What's up, friggin' world? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is Justin Copeland. On this channel, Stay Fresh Productions, we talk about all things dealing with fragrances, mostly. Completely, actually, that's all we talk about here. Any interest in that kind of content, you're in the right place. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the Fresh Squad today. Enhance, elevate, improve your freshness. As simple as clicking that button. You'll feel it, others will smell it. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can. We got a lot to get through, and then I have to get in the car and drive to the coast to play a performance. So before we do that, I got a lot of really exciting things to share with you right here in front of me. But first, we gotta do some housekeeping. 3 things I wanna talk about. First of all, if you missed this video, don't. But go watch it, and where I talk about, actually both Grace and I talk about our brand new Decant X custom box collections. We got 3 of them. They're really exciting. You want to learn all about them? Check them out here. They're really freaking cool. Don't miss out on that. Secondly, I want to talk to you about Brass and Soul a little bit. I did mention it in my previous video. I haven't talked about it much in my videos. I don't plan on reviewing it. There's a ton of really wonderful reviews out there already that have all the information that you need. And of course, I did this video here, the announcement video. But Brass and Soul, it's getting close to selling out. There's not much left. If you're not familiar, this is a limited quantity. This is my first fragrance. I am so proud of it. I love it. I've been wearing it to death. A lot of you guys seem to feel the same way, and I really appreciate your feedback. And again, if you're sleeping on it, you don't want to sleep much longer, because once it's gone, it'll be gone forever. And along with that, we do have these very limited edition shave sets, which I think are absolutely awesome. They carry the scent of the fragrance. These are coming from Gentleman's Nod, and they make fantastic shaving products. So we got the soap here, we got the aftershave splash. You can see how the design and everything carries over. We even have a gorgeous candle which smells divine. You get this little challenge coin, which is awesome. And also there's a soap which I'm currently using, but I'm gonna have a picture here on the screen where you can see how that is wrapped. Everything looks so gorgeous. Everything smells so gorgeous. Again, limited supply of it all. So don't sleep. Gonna have links down below to everything dealing with the new Z Creator stuff. But check out Brass and Soul before it's gone. Finally, later on in the video, I'm gonna show you what this is, and we're gonna give it away. This is a full bottle of a fragrance. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta stay tuned a little bit later on in the video. Don't skip ahead. Don't be that dude dragging your cursor trying to find what. Just exercise your patience. I know you have it. So I'll see you a little later on in the video to discuss what this is and how you can get it. Okay, so to put this simply, a member of the community, I'm gonna leave them anonymous. They were so generous, and that doesn't even do it justice. They reached out to me and they said, hey Justin, I'm getting rid of most of my collection. I'm trying to scale down to my favorite 10 fragrances. I wanted to know if I could send you some. And I'm like,
are you selling them?
And they're like, no, I just want to give them to you. They sent me the list of everything. There was more than I could ever want. So I only selected a handful of them. They actually threw in a few more that I did not ask for. And we have them here in front of us. 13 new fragrances to my collection. And I'm gonna share them with you. This is a massive haul. I haven't had a haul like this in a long time. And we're gonna talk about them from light to dark. In terms of scent profile, they're not completely in order, but in terms of the general ambience of the scent, we're gonna talk about the lighter guys first, moving on into the darker ones. Some of these you'll recognize, some of these maybe you won't. The first one up here, I've been meaning to try this for a long time. Happy to finally have it, and I really am loving it. I've given it a couple wearings. So refreshing. This is Dior Homme Cologne. This is a gorgeous fragrance. This is very uplifting. You get this kind of like bergamot freshness with musk. Very citrusy, very bright, very invigorating. Something I'd like to spray on right after the shower. Smells simply fantastic. Next one here from the house of Chanel. Believe it or not, I had never smelled this. It had been on my list for years and years, and I never smelled it. And I gotta say, I know I've been talking about fragrances with hype. I wouldn't say this is overhyped, but there's a lot of hype behind it, and I see it now. This is Allure Homme Edition Blanche. This is gorgeous stuff. A lot of people say it smells like a lemon meringue pie. I don't really get that, honestly. This is more of like bright, fresh, spicy, creamy lemon with some sweetness. And woody. It's actually quite woody. And that woodiness, I think, doesn't make it quite so gourmand to me, but it smells fantastic. Loving this stuff. From the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, we have one of the newest releases, Aqua Celestia Cologne Forte. This is a flanker to the original Aqua Celestia, we're gonna see here in a second. I'm enjoying this stuff. I think a lot of people were disappointed. They feel like these are redundant. So far, I'm enjoying it. It's very, very bright and citrusy. It carries over the DNA of the original, which is this very green and floral scent with a little bit of like a floral sweetness in there, but it is kind of sexy. This takes that, but just makes it so much brighter with a lot of citrus. Not gonna last that long. I get maybe 4 to 5 hours tops out of this stuff, but it does smell really wonderful, very uplifting, very refreshing. Something when you wanna wear casually out just for a few hours. From the house of Xerjoff. I recently smelled this from my good friend Corbin. We did a video together. He had me smell it blind. I did enjoy it, at least on paper, but I enjoy it a whole lot more now that I've worn it a bit. This is Udin from the Shooting Stars collection from Xerjoff. And to put it simply, this smells like a richer version of Allure Homme. I know it's been a while, but he's back. It smells like a richer version of Allure Homme Edition Blanche, to put it simply. So if you have Allure Homme Edition Blanche, you don't need Udin. It's a little richer. It's not necessarily stronger, at least not my current bottle here. This is a newer bottle, and I find the longevity to be okay. I actually wore it last night to a wedding, and it did okay, but by the end of the night, and it was actually really hot, I probably sweated it all off. So maybe in less extreme conditions, it'll last a little bit better, but it did smell wonderful. Grace really enjoyed it. You get a nice, bright, fresh lemon. It also has that sweet creaminess in there. There's some coffee, there's some vanilla, there's some rum. It's quite complex, but it doesn't smell all off the wall. It smells pretty accessible, even a little familiar, obviously, if you've smelled the Chanel. So that is Udin from Xerjoff, really good stuff. As I said, we got the original Aqua Celestia. This is a slightly denser, less citrus heavy version. You get lots of lime, you got mint, you got a fruity black currant, you got green notes, musk. It actually lasts pretty decent on me. I get maybe 7 hours out of this. I was very surprised. Some people might find this a little feminine. Some people say it smells like hairspray. I don't really get that vibe. It smells more complex than that, more nuanced. I love the greenness of it. I love the slightly fruity floral bite I get from it. It smells really good, but you gotta like mimosa. Mimosa is a very powerful component here. Kind of a sweeter yellow floral, really, really beautiful. I know I did trash on this one in one of my last videos here, but I do want to reiterate, I don't dislike the scent. I think it's very pleasant. I just don't think it deserves all the hype that it gets, because there's a lot of other fantastic fragrances in this genre. Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme from Chanel. I actually owned 2 bottles back in the day. I got rid of both of them, and I'm happy to have it back. I actually always wanted to have it back, and I do enjoy it. It's okay, it's nice. Very pleasant, definitely gonna get compliments. Is it a wow scent? No, but it smells really pleasant. Happy to have it back. That is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme. Coming from the house of Parfum de Marly, we're getting a little bit darker here, but still on the slightly fresher side of things. You don't see talk of this one very much. This is Darly. And unfortunately, the collar of the atomizer got stuck in the cap. If anyone knows how to get these things out, I would love your guidance, because otherwise gotta look at this kind of ugly thing here, but still sprays, that's what matters. This is leaning towards Reflection Man and the mall territory. This is aromatic lavender, sweet creamy vanilla, and some mint and maybe some woodiness. This is a little bit less floral than the Amouage, which is a little bit more powdery with the jasmine, with the neroli. And this is probably a little less minty, I would say, than Le Male. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Smells great quality. Performance is okay, at least from what I'm getting so far. A really pleasant, kind of elegant scent to wear during the daytime, similar to how I would wear Reflection Man. I think I do prefer Reflection Man because it is a little bit more potent and longer lasting than at least what I'm getting out of this so far, but I do enjoy it. It's a pleasant scent, and have links to everything below if I can find it. I gotta be honest, I've always been skeptical about the house of Bond Number 9. I've never been impressed by them. I've never been moved to try a lot of their fragrances. I've only really smelled a couple of them, and both of them are okay. And I now have a bottle of this, and it's okay. I gotta really get to know it on skin. I gotta give it a full wearing. This is Lafayette Street. And this When I first smelled it, it reminded me a little bit of something like Field Notes from Paris from Inica. You get this warm, spicy, woody, ambery, sweet kind of scent. I don't remember everything that's in here. It is pleasant, it opens aromatic, but it dries kind of warm, spicy, sweet, a little creamy. Again, I gotta get to know it better, which I will do as the fall approaches, but so far I do find it pleasant, just not super impressive, but we'll see about it. Let me know if you've tried this one. Okay, this next one up, we gotta spray this. This is coming from Tom Ford. This is a classic, it's Black Orchid. I never really thought I would want to own a bottle, but I felt called. The more I've gotten into the house, I've really just felt called to get myself a bottle. This is the Eau de Parfum, and man, this is a provocative fragrance. I'm gonna be wearing this a lot as it cools down. A lot of you already know what this smells like. Sweet, floral, kind of a chocolatey vibe, truffle in there, kind of earthy, maybe patchouli or something like that. Very, very sensual, a very alluring fragrance, perfectly unisex. Ooh, something to wear at night in all black. Can't wait to get to know this better. That is Black Orchid. Up next, I've heard a lot of hype about this house. I was finally happy to get my nose on a few samples. Just about a month or two ago, I did a live stream here on YouTube. This one actually did stand out to me, so I was happy to get a bottle of it, and I'm liking it so far. This is Side Effect from Initio Parfums. And this is a boozy, sweet, spicy vanilla from what I remember. Maybe a little bit of woodiness, I'm not sure. But I think it's a pretty simple fragrance. There's not a whole lot going on here, but what is happening here is very well blended and very rich and very succulent. So can't wait to get to know this one better as it cools down. But let me know if you like Side Effect from Initio. Okay, just 3 more. Oh, wow. I'm really, really happy to have this in my collection. I've always wanted to revisit it. I tried a decant years ago and I enjoyed it. This is Leighton Exclusive. This is the darker, older, more mature brother of Leighton, which is already a wonderful fragrance from the house. Takes that DNA, that kind of sweet, warm, spicy DNA, kind of gets rid of the freshness a bit, adds more of a darkness from coffee, from some more animalic touches, maybe a little bit of oud in here. This is gorgeous stuff. More to come on Leighton Exclusive. I see the hype. Okay, time to reveal what this is. Now, this is a lightly used bottle. Again, this was used by the person who gave this to me, but I have not touched it myself until now. We have Carlisle from Parfum de Marly. I already own this fragrance. I'm still getting to know it, but I have another bottle that I don't need, so I'm gonna be giving this away. 125 milliliters. I don't know how much is left, but I would imagine this is mostly full. So this is gonna go to one of you lucky winners. What you have to do to enter the giveaway: number 1, you gotta be part of the Fresh Squad, so you gotta be subscribed, you gotta like this video, and you gotta leave a comment down below telling me what your last meal was and the date that you had that last meal. So that's how you have to enter. Very simple, just those 3 things. We're gonna make this worldwide. We're gonna do it. Worldwide giveaway. If you do happen to live abroad outside of the US or North America, I will try to get this to you if you win, and hopefully there's no problems, but I'm just gonna open it up. This is open to everyone. You can win a full bottle of Carlisle from Parfum de Marly. So go ahead and enter, and I hope you win. Ooh, I'm so happy to have this. I've loved it ever since I've been using my decant. It is in one of the brand new collection boxes from Decant X. You can sample it there. And we're talking about African leather from Memo. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous, kind of exotic but captivating fragrance. Oh my goodness. This is obviously leather, but kind of a smoother leather, not all that harsh or brash. You get spices, maybe some cardamom in there. It reminds me of a richer, kind of more full-bodied, more personality version of Timbuktu from L'Artisan Parfumeur, and I'm loving it. This is going to be great for the fall and winter. Quite elegant, but again, something that is going to turn heads because it's pretty different. Loving this stuff. And finally, this stuff surprised me. This was probably the most surprising fragrance in this haul, I gotta say, and I did not expect to enjoy it. This is coming from a house I had no real plans to try. This is coming from M. Micallef, and this fragrance is called Désir Toxic, if I'm not mistaken. Gorgeous bottle, right? And this,
wow.
When I first sprayed it, I was getting a mixture of Leighton and John Varvatos vintage. Kind of like this fresh, sweet, spicy playfulness mixed with this kind of darker, sweeter, almost like suede-like smoothness in the background. Doesn't really smell like that anymore, but this is a very sophisticated but sexy fragrance. This is based around blackcurrant and cinnamon and cardamom. So you get these spices, both warm and cooling, with this kind of blackcurrant vibe, which is kind of fruity, makes it almost smell like apple in a way, at least at first. You do get a little bit of cannabis in the heart, adding just a touch of a slightly earthy herbaceousness. Does not smell like marijuana, don't worry. And it dries quite warm and sweet, but so classy, so elegant, something that, ooh, this is an aphrodisiac. This is a gorgeous fragrance. I cannot wait to give this some more wearing in the fall. I'll definitely be updating you about Desir Toxic from M. Micallef. So that is gonna do it for me. That is our haul. A lot of fragrances. We're gonna be talking about each one of them more and more in upcoming videos. So I wanna thank you, you know who you are, for making this possible, for infusing such newness and novelty into my fragrance journey to allow me to create more, hopefully captivating content here on YouTube. Make sure you enter into the giveaway. And I wanna thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one. Also go buy Brass and Soul. Bye.